3.
Yeah. Yeah. we all. I just went straight into live. I just went straight into live. Yeah. We were live. No, we were. I hit the button to say go record. And so we've been talking, we were chit chatting for the last 20, 30 minutes on non-recording live. Yeah. That's what I tell you what, we went we, we went we went a few good straight moments in a row without saying we have an over 50, over 60 moment. But today I seriously have over 60, over 50. I kept saying, where is the spot that says where do you want to go live? And where is the chat button? Like where was the chat button? So I have 30 minutes that of recording that I'll have to put up that happens before this one. But life just be life, y'all. Life just be life.
Yeah.
It was good. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have to watch the first portion of it, but I am in North Carolina. I'm not in Connecticut right now. I'm at a geeky social media beach retreat. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Okay. That's such a 60-year-old movie there.
Whatever. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Okay.
Oh, somebody's like, hey, I've been waiting for y'all.
Oh, we were here. Just not here.
We were here, but we were just recording and we thought we were live, but we weren't actually live. You know, I wasn't trying to get it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So one of our cousins are probably like, where they at? So look, let's just for the beginning of it, let's do our sister lock twirl. Ready? On count of 3. 1, 2. Oh, your hair is up. Right, you did it nice and neat. I guess you have to do it again. Ready?
Okay.
You take your glasses off. Oh, she's taking it off. Oh, see, that's sisterly love. Ready? 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Okay, somebody call the doctor. Doctor. What do you do?
I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, shoot.
I got a bad, and that's, you know what, I think, but speaking of like neck tricks and stuff like that, I could not do that. I was in pain from Friday until pretty much yesterday evening before I went to bed. Right?
What's going on there? Stress? What?
So I really believe that I was just depleted in certain like minerals and vitamins, because when I started putting the Celtic salt under my tongue, come like Saturday, Sunday, I started feeling better.
What? They've been saying that we should do that, and even so I need to do the same thing when I get home. Start putting that Celtic salt under my tongue.
What a difference!
I mean,
right? And then I told you I have a gadget for when my neck. It's like I say I don't know if they want to call it fiber or what they want to call it, but long story short, I get these pains in my neck when if I sleep wrong or just sometimes just randomly this pops up, right? And I mean, it's to the point where I can even barely move like correctly, and it's miserable. You know, it's like one time I was in the emergency room because I thought I was having like a blood clot in my neck or something. I thought something seriously was wrong. Now our father had had a blood clot before in his neck, so I said across the street, "Hi, Yanni."
Not this week though, right? Not this week.
Friday.
You went to the emergency room on Friday?
Oh no. That was in the past before I realized that. Because I really felt like I couldn't breathe right. I just really felt like off. You know, it was scary because I could not move my neck. And even when I stretched, it hurt so bad. So I tried the stretching for 2 days to see if I can actually, undo the whole stretching part. What is so funny?
Because I'm listening to you, but because we were 30 minutes not live, but we thought we were talking, thought we were live. And so Sasha just jumped on. She says, ha, she loved the hair flip. She loved our hair flip. And she said, and she also does the saltwater shots. She adds lemon. Yeah. She said, I've never heard of the Celtic salt under the tongue, though. I'll have to do that. Yeah. So I've heard of it. Yeah, definitely. Just a couple of little crystal salt under your tongue.
Exactly.
And they say don't put it in water, but you can let it dissolve and then drink your water.
Because it absorbs faster in your body when you do it that way, under the tongue. So I was talking to my granddaughter about that also. Yes, because I was telling her, keep me in mind in prayer, Yeah. And so I think I texted you guys in my sibling chat. I hope I probably didn't press send or not, but long story short, in the chat, it says, keep your sister in prayer because of this, that, and the other,
Okay. Yeah, I typed a message earlier today because they had the photo shoot for us here at the beach resort for our profile
Yeah.
pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And when the girl set up her photo sessions thing, her backdrop wasn't working. So it set her back like 20 minutes. And she has like 30, she has like 36 to 39 women to photograph.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, so she got it together, and I was like, okay, am I gonna be late for my photo shoot? But Sasha, you would love it because there's like at least 2 book authors here. There's at least 2 people who write musical theatrical plays, and they produce in New York. There's a lady here who actually helped to write scripts for Barney when Barney was an actual show. And there's lawyers, and there's doctors, and there's teachers, and it's just a plethora of different women from all over the place. Yeah.
Nice. You know, my daughter watched Barney until she was 12 years old, saying she's watching the kids.
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
really
yeah.
watching Barney with
Yeah.
the kids.
Yeah, Elizabeth too. All my children's, you know. We can sing. I'm sure you can sing the clean up, clean up.
Everybody, everywhere,
clean up,
clean up. Everybody, do your share.
Yeah. So there's a session where people telling you about how to market your book and how to meet. Oh yes. Okay, yeah. All right. And then at 3:00 I have a how to start a podcast with your phone, which is funny, Sasha. She said, "Oh, that sounds interesting." Yeah, I think as my opener, I'm going to say that I was in a class before. I don't want Sasha to have to pop off, but I was in a class before, and they spent $10,000 on equipment to do a podcast. It's like you can do a podcast,
Telephone.
1, 2, 3, with just your telephone and a stand. Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
So, anywho,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's going to be my opening thing. So that's at 3:00, and then I did exercise on the beach yesterday morning, and then exercise on the beach today at 9:00 in the morning, and that was fun. But I was like, look, y'all gonna have to give me an over 60 pass because they were like keeping them legs up and swishing and doing all this and this and that. And then we did some push-ups, but I'm glad I started at number 5. I gave them a head start.
Like golf, you need a handicap, right?
I gave them a head start, and but we were out there for like 30 minutes. Yesterday was probably closer to an hour, and yeah, all the stuff. So it's been fun. Like I said,
yeah.
It'd be nice if I still, at least if I didn't lose any weight this week, if I at least hold it. Just let me hold them.
Hold.
Know when to hold them. Know when to
hold them.
Know when to walk away.
Know when to run. You know count your money. While you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count when the deal is done.
That's one thing I love about us. We may not know all the words, but we still gonna sing it.
Heck yeah! So we talked about. So we didn't talk about the cheese, but they'll find out cheese on the last one. And we talked about Usa Village, and we talked about that. We talked about it on the last one. We talked about Sister Locks then and now. Usa Village, Honduras.
Oh yes. Go into a healthy, holistic retreat for a good. Yes. But you'll have to watch the first half of this one that I have to upload, and yeah. But we were going at it. We was chit chatting, and then I looked up and I said, "There's no like button, and there's no chat button." Because I said, "Let me go over and check the chat." I'm like, "Why is there no chat button? And why is it not? Why did it not ask me if I wanted to go live on Facebook or YouTube?" I'm like, "There's something wrong." I'm like, "Oh, we are not live. We were recording though. We were recording." So yeah, I had a really. Oh, I know. What do you say? I was going to tell them about me driving in Virginia.
Oh, tell them.
So it was, pouring rain, and I didn't want to have to rush. First of all, y'all this is spring break in some places. And so the traffic going through New York is already treacherous. But during spring, I'm like, why are all these cars out here? Because I've never seen it. If there was no cars on the road going through New York, then that means Jesus done came and took the people and I'm still here. That would be a problem. I would be really afraid to go through New York and not see any cars. But
it means some folks are getting left behind.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the one. But so driving through New York, that was bumper to bumper. I'm not even kidding you. And plus the rain, the visibility was poor. So then got to New Jersey Turnpike. Why were we going 6 miles an hour? 6 miles an hour. Okay, so I think I told you. So going 6 miles an hour through the New Jersey Turnpike. And I'm like, we're all sitting in the line because we all clicked on take the shorter, faster route. And then we were all sitting in the, it didn't work because we were all in the same line, just sitting there 6 miles an hour. So I decided, you know what, after like 10, 15 minutes, I said, let me get out of this line, went around. And then I'm like, but what if this really is the faster line? And then what if I put myself way off course? So I tried to jump back in the traffic just before the exit went like this. And I had to slam on the brakes. I slammed on the brakes so hard that my seat started to jiggle. It said, zzz. I said, what just happened? What just happened? And then a red thing flashed on my dashboard, but it didn't have any words on it.
That means you're following too closely to something.
I was like, what just happened? Like, Jesus, is it time to go, Jesus? Like, you trying to take me home? So then I did it again, like down the road, just a little bit more. I hit the brake because we're 6 miles per hour, right? And I said, okay, this car must think that I'm sleeping. It must think that I went off the guardrail or hit, you know what I mean? And so I called my husband. Look, my husband's all the way in Connecticut at work, right? And I'm like, honey, I just did this, and the seat said, and then it was, and then he's like, I don't know. I called my son. I said, Google it for me.
It's telling you either you're hitting the solid line or you're getting ready to hit something, right?
I hit them brakes hard, girl. It thought that I was about to get into a crash, and it seized up the car on me. I was like, what just happened? It was a rental. That's why I want to drive my own car. My husband got all fancy. He's gonna rent me a car. No, I love that man. He just loves his baby. He loves his baby. We love it. So anyway, so that was that. So made it through, the New Jersey Turnpike. People, when you go through New Jersey, and they're gonna pump your gas. That's what they do. You can fly and get out and pump your own gas because we all got off at the rest stop at the same time because it was so much rain. So halfway on the New Jersey Turnpike, when we all got off, there was a 5-minute wait on the ramp. This day was just crazy. That was Friday. And so I finally did what I had to do. I thank God I ate my food in the car because, again, the line, I'm like, why are all these Yukon shirts up in here in New Jersey Turnpike? Somebody said, didn't you know, girl, the girls basketball team won? I'm like, that's embarrassing.
We watched that.
I didn't watch it. I didn't know it was on. I didn't even know it was I didn't know it was the season. I didn't know anything. But look, we love Oniana too. But if Grandma
March Madness.
Huh?
March Madness. Basketball March Madness.
I don't watch my husband. We don't watch no March Madness. My husband at work. He's trying to keep food on the table. And my son doesn't really watch it like that either. And so I'm like, what happened? Why? So the food line was out the door and all the people had on Yukon shirts. I'm like, can you guys go back to Connecticut? So anyhow, when I got here to North Carolina, the people told me, girl, you didn't know Connecticut won? I'm like, they won what? So anyway, it's kind of embarrassing. So
our grandmother used to watch those games with her aunt.
Yeah, Grandma T could tell you every single girl, her number, probably even her stats, all that. She watched every single game, never missed it from the beginning to the end. I've never even watched any of them from the beginning to the end. Not even probably 10, 15 minutes of it. But anyway, got back on the highway, get to my mom's house. My sister stayed on the line. My husband stayed on the line, and my mom, nobody went to sleep until I landed into my mom's house driveway. But before I got there, she kept calling me, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1:15. She said, have you seen any police officers lately? I said, well, probably back a little bit further in Maryland, just before I crossed over into Virginia. And she said, okay. And we're giggling, we're laughing, 1 o'clock in the morning.
But I say this because I know my sister's driving habits, Miss Daisy.
Yeah, I hardly ever drive by myself anywhere, except for to the grocery store and back. I don't even go to the grocery store. I have the food delivered. Okay, that sounds bougie, but whatever. So she says, if you are driving and you see headlights behind you and a police officer comes up behind you, call me back. And I was like, girl, please.
I said, don't freak out. Call me back.
And I'm like thinking to myself, thank you for the advice, but the odds of that happening, slim to none. Girl, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, I am driving. I saw a car in the center of the aisle. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to speed. First of all, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if it's 60-mile zone or 45-mile zone because I'm on a country road with no lights. And I don't remember what the sign said back a little ways. So
And it's raining, raining,
and it's
raining.
raining, the visibility. My mom kept saying, drive cautiously because deer run out in the middle of the street, especially around that time. So I have all these things in my head. Next thing you know, I see sirens behind me, y'all. Okay. In case anybody cannot notice or haven't noticed, I'm a woman of color, right? All this melanin right here. And I'm in the South, and there's no lights, and there's nobody else around me because it's not even a highway, it's a country road. I was listening to some gospel music. I was so nervous. I was fumbling while I'm driving, right? Like Miss Daisy. I'm driving like Miss Daisy.
Yes, you are.
And don't tell them how fast or slow I was going yet.
No, not my story.
My phone was on the thing. I was hitting my phone quickly to dial my sister back, put her on redial. I said, there's a car behind me and his lights are flashing. She's okay, calm down. I said, okay, you don't talk. I'm gonna keep you on the phone and you just stay there. Don't say anything. And she said, okay. So she said, calm down, girl, calm down. So I'm like, okay. And I'm pulling up to the back road. And okay, and my phone is there, and I'm sitting there, and I roll the window down, and you know, you kind of keep your hands on the steering wheel. You don't want to do anything wrong, because honey, this is a scary world that we live in. All right, so he comes up to
even though we trust God, we do trust God.
We do trust God. We do trust God, right?
But we are not ignorant to the world we live in,
our surroundings, exactly. So the man, he gets out of his police officer car, and I just see a man walking towards me, and I was like, Jesus, 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 as our mom would say, Jesus, 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 Jesus. I'm like, Lord Jesus, help me, Lord. Whoo. And you know what, sir? When that man pulled up to the window, and I saw that he looked like me, I'm sorry, I was like, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah. He's like, ma'am. I'm like, sir, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy to see a person that looks like me. And he acted like he didn't hear that part, but I know he heard me.
Because you're the recording nowadays.
You know, and so then he kind of like clicked his mic, like, okay, like I got the situation under control. We're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so just the sweetest young gentleman. He had to be, I don't know, maybe a little bit older than your children. You know, your oldest too. Yeah. And I'm still trying to calm down. He's okay, ma'am. I need to see your license and registration. I said, sir, my husband, he rented this car for me. So it's not my car. It's a rental. And I don't know what. He said, okay, ma'am. He said, it's okay. Just give me your license. I said, okay. All right. And I'm from Connecticut and I'm on my way to see my mother. And he said, okay, ma'am. So I'm like, and I get my little folder thing out and I, give him, I'm handing him this thing, right? And he looked at it. He said, okay, that's nice, but I need your driver's license. That was my veteran's license. That was my veteran's retirement. And my sister's like, that's good. He needs to know you were a veteran. That was an accident, but not an accident. But it really was an accident on my part. And so I put that one away and I gave him my, here, this is my driver's license, and he's okay. Now I need to go run your tag. Just relax. Everything's going to be okay. And so he went and I'm saying to her, I said, did you hear anything? He just said, and so she's like, okay. She said, just breathe. I said, okay, he's coming back. Don't talk. And then he gave me my license back. He says, ma'am, he says, okay, I'm just going to caution you. You were going 45 miles an hour in a 60-mile zone. I'm like, yes, sir. Okay. I just remember, I forgot. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that was 60.
I'm supposed to be going 60, but it was raining. The visibility I couldn't see, and I was watching for deers.
Yeah.
So he says, okay, so when you get tired, you need to stop and you need to get a cup of coffee. Yes, sir. I was just, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stop and get coffee. Okay. Yes. He says, okay. And I want you to have a good day. Just be safe. Okay. I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he's like, do you have any more questions for me? I'm like, no, sir. Thank you so much. You've been very kind. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And all I can say is praise God. You rolled up and he had a little,
melanin in him. I was like, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know.
Because if you were that nervous with that I can only imagine you.
I might have passed out, girl. Like, ma'am, please don't ask me to get out the car. I would have. And my sister would have been. I did tell you where I was. I told you the mile marker I had just passed.
Girl, pin drop. Don't play pin drop.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I still had a whole hour to go to get to our mother's house because we were out in the country. She's out in the country.
Country.
But once you hit that spot, it's just very, very tranquil. It's not even in corn crops right now. It's not that season yet. No, I said, where's the corn crops?
Well, it is just April, so
Yeah. So she says, no, not yet. So anyway, so that was that. Got there, gained 2 more pounds because the mama's cooking, but it was all worth it. And now I'm in North Carolina at my geek beach resort for social media people. Yeah.
Amazing.
So anyway, so for all the other details, you have to watch the first half of this that I recorded and I have to upload now. But thank you for watching ahead of time. So now that we got that, I had the most luxurious skincare last night. Even though I like Arbonne and I've done Mary Kay and I've done a whole bunch of things. As long as you're doing something in your early 20s and your early teens, because I don't be playing about my eyeshadow, my eye stuff.
Yes.
But another lady asked me to try her line, which is from out of South Korea. I'm like, wow, my daughter just happened to be in South Korea. So that was very good. So it's been fun. I mean, okay, so for the first video, I had this on. I showed some of my doodads from where I am.
Lord.
Okay, Christians, please don't get wonky on me, but it's been very magical. And I know that's kind of like don't say that in the Christian world, but here's one of our gifts, because seriously, then people are like, oh my gosh, she's woo-woo, put her on the prayer list. So anyway, I love my Jesus. I ain't trying to do, so anyways, she gave us a soap and it says unicorn, something on it, unicorn. So that's her theme on everything. And then when you walk in, of course I showed this in the first half, but I'm showing it again. I got these little glasses that I might as well wear for the last 15 minutes of this. And then I also got, this is girls, my queens, look at this. And there's so many of these here. We have different colors that we all put the stickers I showed you. We all put different stickers on our cup just so we can identify which cup is ours.
Hold your sticker up closer.
Oh, hold the sticker again?
Like you did on the last video.
I know, right? So
no,
it says less Monday, more summer. I think can we read right? Yeah. Yes, less Monday, more summer. So that's really cute. As a whole, I have a compilation of when I first walked in the doorway, because I'm one of those that walks in the door with your phone, and including the house. And then there's somebody meeting us at the door with our name tags and stuff like that.
Name tags, own room, own bathroom, winning.
You know what I'm saying? And your own workbook. We had a photo shoot. She gave us a picture of how we should post, like suggestions on how to pose. Social media. And then people go into Canva and they'll put the stuff above where their hands are, like right there. And then there's a girl, you go ahead, girl. And then breakfast, and then they have a chef. So there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then there's sessions in between, and there's a lot of networking going on. So a lot of fun stuff. Oh, and then I said to my sister, of course, we're Christians, so we don't steal. But this bathroom is so luxurious. And guess what? It comes with, ta-da! It comes with my name embroidered on it, guys. It is a fluffy. Yeah, and then there's a fluffy blanket just in case you get cold in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
But it's so pretty. I have it unwrapped.
It's like
I hate to unwrap stuff.
A little throw blanket.
So yeah, it's really fluffy. Yeah, really nice. So when we have movie night, they had ice cream night last night. I skipped ice cream night because I'm like, no sugar.
Right.
But the good thing about it is the facilitator, she is no wheat, gluten-free.
No soy?
She's like, no this, no soy, no. And so the food, they have it for people who are gluten-free. And they had the most luxurious looking cake the other night. I should have took a picture of that cake. I didn't eat it. But there's a really good dessert every night. As a matter of fact, I should have took it. That was Sunday night. And then last night was Monday night. And they had ice cream. And they had sherbet.
Are you frozen? Okay, so while my sister is frozen, I'm enjoying these snacks. There you are.
I was gone for a second.
I was just saying while you're frozen, I'm enjoying these snacks. And all I can say is,
love it. I need to start traveling with stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it makes it a whole lot easier. I mean, 0 sugar. It's smoked sausage. It's got 0 carbs. I mean, come on. Where'd you get that from? For sodium, it's got for 3 of these sticks, it is like 400 milligrams of salt. Whatever. You're okay with the sodium. I'm okay with the sodium.
Girl, I need to look for that on my way back. On my way back home. Oh, the other thing I did too.
Look, no artificial ingredients either.
All right. So we got about 10 more minutes. How's Daddy doing? look, guys, also, there's a lady there who was a wine taster, and she was doing her photo shoot before mine.
Mhm.
And she popped open her bottle because she's marketing her brand. And I think that she grew up on a wine, what do you call it? A wine vineyard. Yes. So yeah, I'm sitting here sipping on her wine because she did her little photo shoot with it, but she didn't drink it. So I'm like, oh, I'll take a sip.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't driving anywhere, not today, not
Everything
till
in moderation, sis. Everything in moderation.
Mm-hmm. So I was just reminding myself that I'm growing up. I'm growing up sexy. Growing up sexy.
Okay.
All right.
You're sexy and you know it, huh?
Yes. Clap your hands. So anyway, taking lots of notes, and I'm telling you, they gave you cue cards. Look at this. This is on my door. The same picture is on my door.
Oh, fancy.
And then they have a card that tells you, "Hey, beautiful, we can't wait to see your pictures," because this is reminding you of them taking for. Also, the pictures should be like ready in 14 days. And then there's another card over there by my nightstand that tells me your schedule. Okay, so your class start. You're teaching a class at 3:00. What did it say? It said everything that I need to know. Your photo session is on Tuesday at 11:30 or 11 to 11:30. So all the things that pertain to me alone, they made an individual.
Amazing.
You can't get any more organized than that. I mean, seriously. So this has been fun. I just need to. If they had a laundry service and if somebody would clean your room, we'd be good to go. But I just have to remember to come back.
Do they have like tennis or pickleball or
no? Because
swimming?
The pool is luxurious. It's a nice big fence around the pool. Yeah, I took a picture beside the pool, almost fell in it. I was like trying to be, not wobbly. And then you go through the first gate to the pool, and then on the opposite side is another gate which goes out to the ocean. Yeah. So it's very nice. So anyway, I got all my stuff. I got my cod liver oil. I got all my stuff that I do in the morning. And then this is what I was talking about last week: chlorophyll. We put in my water. This thing is big, and it's really, really green, of course, and nature's own flavor dietary supplement.
Awesome.
So
that sounds
anyway. It doesn't really have that much of a taste. I made some for mommy. I'm like, I'm going to give you a couple drops because these things be costing like $30 or $40 a bottle, and so she drank hers down. Matter of fact, she drank hers down faster than I drank mine down. But
wow, bottoms up.
Yeah, so I get to see her on my way back too. So that's going to be fun too.
Yeah,
I got there and I went to a Bible study with her. I still got these things on my ear. Look at me. So what you said, Daddy? No appointments this week.
So no. This week is going to be a nice piece of week. No appointments.
Oh, good.
He does have. We do have a phone. Well, he want to call his appointment. His pharmacist calls, and we do a check every 2 weeks by phone. And I call off the blood pressure, and she sees the blood sugar, according to the phone automatically sends the information to her. I've been putting the blood pressures in the notes of the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus, just to make it easy because I may not write it down in the same spot every time. So I said, you know what? If I put it in his phone, I can put it in my phone. That way, no matter whether I'm near his phone or my phone, it's in there like Prego.
All right, I'm gonna take a screenshot so we can have a good picture of us. How do I do it with my phone down? Let me do my phone down. Okay. All right, let's see. And then I'm gonna try and look up on 1, 2, 3. Another one. All right. Then I cut our head off. I cut our heads off on the first one. No. All right, let me do it again. Let me do it again because we don't have to have our names in it. We know what our names are. It's better to have our heads, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So I don't know, go from here. All right, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. One of these days we'll be teaching something super, super natural and very, very important. But right now we just be having a good old time.
Yes.
All right, we love you guys, and sis, I'll probably talk to you maybe a little bit later on, and I need to remember to take my biotin because these nails, my nails are. I used to have long, hard nails, girl,
Me
and they keep.
too. I know.
I mean, what is going on?
I getting older, but
I
yeah,
know.
we need something that were lacking. So
Yes, we're shakalacking.
they say that.
Yeah, you're my sister. All right, sis. I love you guys and love you guys for showing up for us. If you're in the comments, you have a question, leave a comment for us.
Click, like, subscribe.
And at 1:30 at 1 o'clock Eastern, we will hit the live button and make sure that it says live. So we're gonna do it again. Peace. I don't see you. You're delayed. I don't see you. Are you delayed or peace? Love
and blessing.
And blessings. Thank you guys for being with us. Thank you for being our well, I won't say partners in crime, but being our soul sisters and our sister circle. We love you and look forward to the up thing.